So here we are then going to race one of the Pit Bike Stock 160s today. Mark Davies puts it on pole for this one with a 43.776. Luke Westerman is alongside him on the front row. Aaron Walker, your points leader in this class, lines up third on the grid with Ava Carter alongside. Brendan Allen and Steve Booth will make up row 3 of the grid, and then it will be James Mostica and Josh Stringer on row 4. Rounding out the top 10 will be Ben Klukas and Jamie Callan. Taylor Rose will start just outside the top 10 in 11th. Nathan Summers will be alongside there on row 6. Then it will be John Buckle and Vincenzo Rizzo on row 7. Chris Edwards and Joseph O'Neill, Phil Dickens and Chris Edwards will be on row 8 with Joseph O'Neill and Matthew Putland on row 9. Dougie Craven and Mike Smallbones rounding out the top 20. Liam Greenland will start this one from 21st with Hugh Jones 22nd. 23rd will be Scott McGiven with Bradley Rose 24th. Chris Maynard will start this one 25th with Ben Riley in 26th. And Ben Riley is the first of a swathe of riders who didn't set a time in qualifying. So it's Ben Riley, Mick Lord, Leighton Santos, Jack Sales, Storm Stacey, Connor Winters and Mark Hedling rounding out the 32 bike grid, and all of those riders I just mentioned, the last few, last 7 not setting a time in qualifying, so it could be that we'll see some people coming forward from the back quite a bit in this one. So riders just coming round now to form up on the grid. Mark Davies, as I say, your pole leader on the 6 bike with Luke Westerman, not yet, but hopefully lining up alongside. Be the standard start procedure here. We'll look for the flag marshal at the rear of the grid to give the okay, and then the green flag will be held up as it is indeed now. Eyes on the flag, engine notes rise, and we're away in the Stock 160s. Mark Davies leads them away, and as far as I can tell holds on to it. Westerman too holds on to second place as they weave their way through the first chicane. Now they'll come into 2. Fantastic change of direction in these. Oh no, not everyone's through cleanly. Rider down, 2 riders down it looks like to me at the back there through 2 as the main body streams their way into 4 and 5. They've already navigated the long turn 3. Onto the back straight they will go. And Mark Davies has held onto it at the end of that first lap. Remember, the first lap slightly shorter because of the difference in location between start and finish. So Mark Davies leads, Luke Westerman 2nd, Ava Carter is in 3rd, Aaron Walker 4th. Then it's Steve Booth, Brendan Allen, James Mostica, Josh Stringer, Ben Klukas and Phil Dickens round out the top 10 there. But we've had a full start called here as a result of the incident down at 2. Sensible call. So the grid has already formed back up, minus the riders that we lost there, and we'll have, my understanding, a rolling up lap, reforming of the grid, and then we'll get this Stock 160 race 1 underway. So here they go onto the rolling up lap. Mark Davies, remember, on pole for this one with Luke Westerman alongside. Aaron Walker and Ava Carter on row 2. Row 3 is Brendan Allen and Steve Booth. James Mostica and Josh Stringer make up row 4. And rounding out the top 10, Ben Klukas and Jamie Callan. We'll have this one rolling up lap, and then we'll be back into racing here at Lydd. Here we are then, formed up on the grid. will once again look to the flag marshal, who himself is awaiting confirmation from the back of the grid, which he now receives. So his green flag will be in the air, and when it drops, we'll be away once again. And we are away. Fantastic start from Luke Westerman, but I don't think he's going to be in a position to capitalise on it into turn one. So Mark Davies is going to carry on leading them through. Luke Westerman immediately under pressure from Aaron Walker by the looks of it, and Ava Carter looks to have held on to her fourth place start position as well. Can they all get through cleanly this time? Yes, they can. It looks to me like Storm Stacey is making superb moves forward already from the back of the grid, heading back up now the other side of the circuit, as it were, through 4 and 5, and then onto the back straight. It is indeed Mark Davies who leads again. Luke Westerman second, Aaron Walker is third, Ava Carter fourth, Steve Booth fifth, with James Mostica, Brendan Allen, Josh Stringer, Jamie Callan and Ben Klukas rounding out the top 10. And Storm Stacey is a man on a mission here. He started grid 30. He's already up to 12th place. Is Storm Stacey. Absolutely superb riding from him. We have seen this before. His ability to just move on up the field. So look out for him in his distinctive green overalls. But rightly so, we're keeping our eye on the head of the field here. Luke Westerman has not let... Mark Davies has not been allowed to get on up the road here by Luke Westerman, and we've got this breakaway pack of 4 riders, accomplished riders as they are. Mark Davies, Luke Westerman, Aaron Walker and Ava Carter here. And there was Storm Stacey, you just saw coming into your shot in the green overalls as well. He's now chasing the likes of Brendan Allen, James Mostica and Steve Booth, who are the pack behind this top 4. There they are on your screens now for those of you watching the live stream. And Luke Westerman in turn 3 goes up the inside and takes the lead off of Mark Davies. Fantastic move there, change for the lead, and Westerman leads. And now Ava Carter is all, oh dearie me, oh no! And I was just about to say that Ava Carter was catching up to Aaron Walker in 4 and 5, and just her front wheel touches with Walker, who just seemed to slow up a little on the apex of that one. Now, what happens here? And yeah, she just has some overspeed coming in there, arrives on the scene, and for some reason, Walker was going a lot slower on that apex, and a red flag is out for that one, because that was a nasty hit as well for those 2 riders. I can't say, on first glance, that just looked like a racing incident there. You can see there, Ava and Aaron are resuming their spots on the grid, so any investigation over what led to the red flag will be for after the race. A rolling up lap starts again, and we'll try once again for the 3rd time to get this Start 160 race underway. And how is Aaron Walker after that incident, and Ava Carter? But the flag's in the air once again, and we're away. It's another good start from Luke Westerman, and this time he might have a chance, and he does have a chance. Luke Westerman to the front, now ahead of Mark Davies, and now Aaron Walker will look to challenge Davies as they come into 2. That was the dream start for Westerman. He's had enough rehearsals, let's be fair, in this one so far. And once again, it looks like Storm Stacey's on the move there towards the back. Westerman now trying to get the jump on Davies. But Davies is looking back into 4, and he's got the job done. That was a beautiful move, as behind them Ava Carter gets past Aaron Walker, and now she challenges Luke Westerman as they come onto the back straight. At the end of that first lap, Mark Davies is shown as the leader, but it wasn't without a fight, was it? Luke Westerman clinging on to second just ahead of Ava Carter. Aaron Walker, Steve Booth. Steve Booth has had a good start there. Don't count him out. He's a key protagonist in this class as well. He's in the top 3. As they work their way down to the bottom of the circuit once again. You can see Storm Stacey on the move. It's just mad. You just see a flash of green go through this shot, and every lap it's past somebody different. But Westerman clearly on the hunt here. He knows that he can get past Davies, and he's staying with him. Mark Davies, Luke Westerman, Ava Carter, Aaron Walker, Steve Booth, Brendan Allen, James Mostica, Josh Stringer, Storm Stacey and Ben Klukas round out your top 10, and that is Storm Stacey already up to 9th spot. And I think I just saw him, was he past Josh Stringer there as well? It wouldn't surprise me the pace that he has working his way up the field. But he has now hit the riders that it's going to be very challenging to get past. The yellow out at 4 and 5, so there's going to be no opportunity for overtaking there as our leaders work their way back up to the top of the circuit and through what is effectively the final corner before the finish straight. Mark Davies still leads. Not quite the breakaway group of 4 that we had last time. But look at this, Westerman all over the back of Davies here for the lead of this. This is fantastic stuff in the Stock 160s. Brilliant racing now that we are underway properly here at Lydd. And the battling is allowing Ava Carter to stay on terms with them as well. Out of 3 they come. They'll come over the rise and then swoop into 4 before switching back into 5. You can see that Ava is very fast through that second part of that complex there, as she was during that incident with Aaron Walker. Westerman has a little look to the inside there, but it's not going to be on there through the fast double apex corner that brings them onto the start straight into what's known as turn 1. Stick with me, folks. I know the finish line and the start are separate, but we'll get used to it. Here's Davies into 2 with Westerman behind. Ava Carter, Aaron Walker, Brendan Allen has just got past Steve Booth on that last time round as well. And, Westerman not having the best exit of that corner, and it's caused them all to group up. And you can see Storm Stacey already up into this group in the green overalls. From 30th on the grid, remember. And he's just got past 3 on that lap. Brendan Allen, Steve Booth and James Mostica. Look at him go. He's now all over the back of... it's Ava Carter now. He's already got past Aaron Walker. Storm Stacey riding like he stole it at the moment, to be perfectly honest with you. It's Mark Davies. Then there's Luke Westerman in the black helmet and red overalls. Then there's Ava Carter, who's been riding well, but is now under serious pressure from the man who most certainly has performed the most passes in this race, Storm Stacey, and onto the back straight. He's got alongside. There's side by side there for 3rd place. And we've got some back markers coming into play as well. We're on to the last lap. There's traffic. There's disruptors in the form of Storm Stacey. And he's now on the back of the top 2. He's got the job done on Ava Carter. My goodness me. How is this going to finish? Final lap. Mark Davies, Luke Westerman and Storm Stacey with Ava Carter there to pick up any of the spoils. Westerman has a look in turn 3. That's going to leave him vulnerable though, because it hasn't worked for him. Storm Stacey's going to be trying to get him into 4. Mark Davies, that may have thrown him the lifeline. He's just got to guide it around these last 3 apexes and he'll cross the line to take the lead, to take the win. Mark Davies wins, but across the line for 2nd. Storm Stacey's done it. According to timing here, Storm Stacey by a hair's breadth has taken 2nd place from Luke Westerman there. That was an incredible finish to a dramatic race there. Mark Davies does well to hold on to his pole position. Storm Stacey in 2nd, Luke Westerman 3rd, Ava Carter 4th, Aaron Walker 5th, Brendan Allen is in 6th, then it's James Mostica, Steve Booth, Ben Clucas and Jamie Callan to round out the top 10. Chris Edwards, Phil Dickens, John Buckle, Vincenzo Rizzo and Dougie Craven in 15th. Joseph O'Neill, Mike Smallbones, Liam Greenland, Scott McGiven and Bradley Rose takes us to 20th place. And then 21st is Mark Hedling. Chris Maynard is 22nd, Josh Stringer 23rd and Hugh Jones classified as 24th in that one. Well, that was dramatic stuff from the Stock 160s. So we'll look to get that confirmed later on, exactly what that result is. But Bailey Stewart Campbell is your race winner of that 2nd race in the Mini GP 140s and the Metric GP 50s. We're though now going to start our 2nd race of the day in the Stock 160s. Mark Davies will start from pole, Luke Westerman 2nd, Aaron Walker 3rd, Ava Ava Carter fourth. Brendan Allen and Steve Booth make up the third row of the grid. James Mostica and Josh Stringer on row 4. Rounding out the top 10 will be Ben Klukas and Jamie Callan. Taylor Rose and Nathan Summers will make up row 6. John Buckle and Vincenzo Rizzo will make up row 7. Phil Dickens will start this one from 15th with Chris Edwards 16th. Joseph O'Neill will start 17th with Matthew Putland in 18th. Dougie Craven will start 19th with Mike Smallbones alongside and rounding out the top 20. 21st will be Liam Greenland with Hugh Jones alongside on row 11. Scott McGiven will start this one from 23rd with Bradley Rose in 24th. Chris Maynard will start this one from 25th, and then come the riders, none of whom were able to set a time in qualifying. Ben Riley, Mick Lord, Leighton Santos, Jack Sales, Storm Stacey, Connor Winters and Mark Hedling rounding out the 32 bike field, though whether we'll see all of those riders take to the track for this one is yet to be seen. You can just see the last of those on the grid graphics. I'm sometimes racing ahead of the graphics on screen here just to make sure I get all of the grid in, but there is a bit of a pause actually this one, I think understandably so, because of the way the last race ended. The 160 riders not perhaps as ready as they always are. So we're just waiting here for the 160s to take to the track. Still really not a cloud in the sky here at Lydd. Still amazing conditions, perfect for motorsport. I mean, we have come to the seaside effectively, so you know you're expecting the usual thing down here on the English south coast. 160s take to the track now. In the race earlier today, we saw plenty of drama in this one. We had a red flag after an incident between Ava Carter and Aaron Walker. Both of them were able to resume the start, the restart even. Mark Davies took the win, so he'll be looking to do the double effectively with this one. And Storm Stacey had a brilliant ride, up 28 places earlier today, from 30th to 2nd, as you do. Luke Westerman 3rd and Ava Carter 4th and Aaron Walker 5th. So after the restart, it definitely didn't hinder either of those riders' pace. So this one could be another absolutely fantastic and entertaining race, this one. Expect close racing. Mark Davies on pole, Luke Westerman alongside there in the black helmet and red overalls. Then's Aaron Walker with the yellow detail to his helmet, and then Ava Carter with the all-white helmet and overalls. You can see Steve Booth behind her. And the green flag's in the air. We're ready to go away here in the Stock 160s. And away we go. It's another good start from Luke Westerman, and Aaron Walker gets a good start as well. But Westerman's got the jump on Mark Davies through the first chicane. Brilliant stuff there, and Steve Booth is now challenging the pole sitter into chicane 2. Ava Carter's been able to hold on to 4th place, and it looks like Brendan Allen and Steve Booth have stayed in their positions as well, as they work their way through the bottom of the circuit. Luke Westerman's actually got a bit of a march on here, as Mark Davies has Aaron Walker and Ava Carter over the back of him at the end of the first lap. Luke Westerman leads, Mark Davies, Aaron Walker, Ava Carter, Brendan Allen, Steve Booth, Ben Klukas, Jamie Callan, Phil Dickens and Storm Stacey. Again, remember, from 30th on the grid up to 10th at the end of that one, as if he hadn't already given enough entertainment today. Nevertheless, it's Westerman who leads this one. And there I can see Aaron Walker has got past Mark Davies. So Aaron Walker is up to 2nd and will now try to get onto terms with Westerman. You can see Walker there on the 133, and then there's Ava Carter chasing Mark Davies. And there's Storm Stacey already challenging Brendan Allen. Storm Stacey is up to 5th place by by the start of lap 3. That's ridiculous. And now he's challenging Mark Davies, who's also been done by Ava Carter. So it's all change at the front here, and Storm Stacey already on the back of Ava Carter over 3rd place, and he's going up the inside of chicane 1. My goodness me. Steady on. That's a ridiculous amount of progress. Luke Westerman leads. Aaron Walker is in 2nd. Storm Stacey now up to 3rd place. Ava Carter in 4th. And it looks like Brendan Allen has got past Mark Davies as well. Has he? Yes, he has. So Mark Davies down to 6th, having started the lap in 3rd. He's dropped down quite heavily there. Steve Booth now on the back of Mark Davies, you can see. And right behind him is Ben Clucas and Jamie Callan, we just saw in shot there. In fact, here is Booth with the run on Davies, but can he do anything with it? He's on the outside. I don't think it's going to be on for him there. Clucas and Callan with them, ready to pounce. This now the battle over 6th place. Going through turn 3 and working their way back up the circuit. You can see just ahead of them Brendan Allen in his black helmet and overalls with his blue bike. Luke Westerman crosses the line, mere 10ths ahead of Aaron Walker, who has Storm Stacey with him for company. We've got to find the battle for 2nd place here, because Storm Stacey's done it. Storm Stacey up to 2nd place and now on the tail of the lead of this race. What a ride from Storm Stacey here. Well, the support coming in from Hayley Westerman for Luke here, but my goodness me, has he got a battle on his hands if he wants to hold back, no pun intended, the force of nature that appears to be Storm Stacey in this race. And he looks like is he gonna have a run? Westerman looks over his shoulder. Is this gonna be the change for the lead? He looks to the inside to Storm Stacey. Can he hold on to it? Looks like he can. Will Westerman have a response? No, he won't. So change of the lead there. Storm Stacey to the front. Luke Westerman 2nd. Aaron Walker is in 3rd. Ava Carter is in 4th. And then it's Brendan Allen. Steve Booth has now got past Mark Davies. So the battle that we were seeing earlier has gone the way of Steve Booth. Ben Clucas, Jamie Callan, and Phil Dickens rounds out the top 10. Phil Dickens actually having a good battle with Chris Edwards, though, over that 10th spot. Further down the order, Mike Smallbones has just got past Liam Greenland for 16th place. So there is plenty of battling going on here. And can Luke Westerman do anything to stay on terms here? Aaron Walker is actually catching up to Westerman here, so Westerman needs to focus on consolidating the 2nd now in many ways if he can't up the pace. Here is Mark Davies, who's battling with Ben Clucas and Jamie Callan, this now over 7th place. It's been an eventful one for Davies. He was our pole sitter, but the battles haven't gone his way so far. And Ben Clucas and Jamie Callan will be looking to get the jump on him here. Clucas on the 84 bike. And Callan right behind him on the 14. Chasing the 75 of Mark Davies. And he's got the job done, has he? Yes, Clucas up the inside into the double right-hander. Lovely move there. And Ben Clucas gets himself up to 7th place. Can Jamie Callan do the same? He's definitely on the back of Mark Davies. Davies appears to be, whilst his pace isn't too bad, he does appear to be somewhat on the back foot here in this one. This is not the race-winning form that he had earlier on today. And has he got a run on him? He has got a run on him. He's got a double. No, Mark Davies has come back. Or he tries to come back on Clucas, but it doesn't work for him there. And is that going to leave him vulnerable to attack from Jamie Callan? Yes, it does. Callan gets the job done through chicane 1. Good riding from all concerned there, but it ultimately didn't pay off there for Mark Davies. And now the Clucas-Callan battle will move on up the road by the looks of it. In fact, Callan is looking very racy here behind Ben Klukas. Worth sticking with this one. Still the battle over 7th place, remember. Will Jamie Callan have a run on Ben Klukas this time through? Quick look over the shoulder from Klukas. Well, he might, because to the inside goes Callan. He's going to try it up the inside. My goodness, that's tight, but not quite on there. That was a really gallant effort there by Jamie Callan. Meanwhile, at the front of this one, Storm Stacey has a gap of some 3.4 seconds over Luke Westerman. Westerman, in turn, has about 1.4 seconds in hand over Aaron Walker, who is 4 seconds up the road from Ava Carter. Ava Carter, we do need to keep an eye on the battle for 4th, actually. Ava Carter has been caught by Brendan Allen, and that could be one to watch. So I'm just looking to pick that battle out. They're just coming through the double right-hander now, and actually it looks to me like Brendan Allen may have got the job done. He's certainly the first one through into chicane 1, so I think Brendan, yeah, in fact he has. Brendan Allen is past Ava Carter. It's a change of position for 4th. Drama for Hugh Jones on that last lap. He's lost several positions. In fact, I think he may have run into some sort of problem. Scott McGivern, Mark Hedling and Bradley Rose have all got past Hugh Jones on that last tour of the circuit. Meanwhile, the last lap board is going to be shown to our leader when he crosses the line in about half a lap's time. It's just been imperious stuff from Storm Stacey, to be honest. I don't know what the record is from winning from the furthest back. This is an impressive display. Luke Westerman running well in 2nd, though. He's ridden brilliantly as well, has Westerman. There is our leader coming on to the last lap, acknowledges the last lap board. Beautifully held there by the marshal. Good last lap board holding. The top 3, actually no, the top 3 look fairly secure. Storm Stacey, Luke Westerman and Aaron Walker. Brendan Allen is just 4 tenths ahead of Ava Carter. Will she have a response to his overtake a lap or so ago? That's the big question amongst the top 5 going on to this last lap. Other good battles. Ben Klukas and Jamie Callan still battling it out with Mark Davis ready to pick up the spoils should it come to tears. And Vincenzo Rizzo and Nathan Summers are having a great battle over 12th as well. But Storm Stacey doesn't need to worry about any of that. He takes the win. What a ride from the back. 30th on the grid, 1st at the end. Take a bow, sir. Storm Stacey takes a really, really impressive win. Luke Westerman finishes 2nd, Aaron Walker 3rd. 4th is Brendan Allen, just half a second ahead of Ava Carter in the end. Steve Booth finishes 6th. Ben Klukas crosses the line 67 thousandths ahead of Jamie Callan, with Mark Davies a mere 2 tenths further back. Chris Edwards finishes 10th. Phil Dickens will cross the line 11th. Vincenzo Rizzo, I think, is just going to hold on against Nathan Summers. Yes, he does, by a couple of tenths. And then it will be Dougie Craven, Joseph O'Neill and Mike Smallbones. Liam Greenland, Scott McGivern, Mark Hedling, Bradley Rose, Chris Maynard, and Hugh Jones clearly had some kind of an issue there to put him towards the back. Another dramatic and entertaining race in the Pit Bike 160s.